Good evening, and welcome to the City of Modesto. My name is Andrew Gonzalez, and I'm the Public Relations and Legislative Affairs Manager for the city. And it is my pleasure to welcome you here this evening to the presentation of the State of the City by our Mayor, Mayor Sue Zwahlen. Now please rise as the Modesto Police Department presents our nation's colors, remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem. Arms. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Order. Arms. Left face. Move. And now to sing our national anthem, the Thomas Downey High School Choir.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Once again, thank you all for being here this evening. It is now my distinct honor to welcome here to present to you the State of the City, our Mayor, Mayor Sue Zwahlen.
thank you to the students of Downey High School for singing for us this evening. Good evening. I'm honored that you have decided to spend this time with me, and I am so very proud to be standing here before my family, colleagues, neighbors, and friends. The state of our city is good, and we have accomplished a lot since I last spoke on this stage. I'm excited to share with you these victories while keeping an eye on the horizon and looking forward to the future. First, I'd like to acknowledge and recognize my fellow City Council members, Vice Mayor Chris Rickey, and Council members Rosa Escudia-Brayton, David Wright, Jeremiah Williams, and Eric Alvarez. I commend all of you for stepping up to the challenge and serving our community. This job requires long days and nights, sacrificing time with your families, friends, and careers. It is because of citizens like you that our democracy is possible, and I am so grateful for your service. Thank you. Yes. I would like to thank our representatives in Sacramento and Washington, D.C., United States Senators Dianne Feinstein and Alex Padilla, Congressman Tom McClintock and John Duarte, State Senators Susan Eggman and Maria Alvarado Gill, who is here with us this evening. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Also, Assemblymember Juan Alanis, who is also here this evening. Thank you, Juan. They are representing us in their respective halls of governance. Some of them have sent representatives, and we want to express our gratitude for their leadership, partnership, and representation of the City of Modesto. I'd also like to extend a warm welcome to many of our local and regional partners. I would like to thank our Stanislaus County Board of Supervisors, Buck Condit, he's here this evening, Vito Chiesa, here also, Terry Withrow, Manny Graywall, and Chance Condit. I would also like to thank the representatives from our neighboring communities of Ceres, Houston, Newman, Oakdale, Patterson, Riverbank, Turlock, and Waterford. Several of my fellow mayors are here this evening, and I saw some council members also. I appreciate your service to your communities, and I am eternally grateful for our collaboration and camaraderie. Next, I'd like to welcome our residents, volunteers, and business owners who choose to invest in our community. Modesto would not feel like home without all of you. I would also like to thank our City of Modesto staff. Without your dedication to serving the residents of Modesto, all of what I'm excited to share with you today would not be possible. Finally, I would like to thank my family. It is because of your love, patience, and understanding that I am able to stand here today. Again, thank you all for being here. In my last State of the City address, I spoke about the tough choices and difficult decisions the city would be forced to make in order to balance our budget. Budget cuts were made from parks and public works to police and fire. No city department was spared. Even with these cuts, department heads and city staff rose to the challenge and still managed to deliver best-in-class services to our residents. And this is not just bragging about my hometown. The City of Modesto has been awarded and recognized by professional organizations here in California and across the United States. Homelessness is a tragedy that has impacted every community in the nation. There is no one reason residents fall into homelessness, and there is no one solution to solve the problem. The brunt of this work to manage the unhoused populations has fallen primarily to cities like Modesto. Despite our limited resources to tackle such a massive problem, our staff has done amazing work with our Camp to Home program. In September, the League of California Cities honored the City of Modesto with the 2022 Helen Putnam Award for Excellence in Internal Administration. Modesto was given the award for the implementation of a data collection tool that provides information on our efforts to support unhoused residents in Modesto. Using geographic information system technology, the city developed a customizable data collection survey that gathers information on demographics, living situations, health barriers, and income sources. Homeless outreach workers are able to use this data to determine what type of assistance is needed and how to best support unhoused residents in our community. This technology has increased the productivity and efficiency of Modesto's outreach workers and reduced the time between a resident agreeing to accept services and receiving those services. I am so proud of the City of Modesto and city staff for receiving the 2022 Helen Putnam Award for Excellence. It is truly a testament to the hard work, dedication, and innovation that our city staff brings to the table every day. But don't just take my word for it. Enjoy this short video from the League of California Cities congratulating the City of Modesto for receiving this award. We don't need to ship out or warehouse our community's homeless populations just so other residents don't see them. We can actually roll up our sleeves and do the real work of ending homelessness here in Modesto. When President John F. Kennedy told the world in 1962 that we would put a man on the moon, I did not see that picture till now. That we would put a man on the moon within a decade, it sparked a nationwide race for innovation. Many organizations like to use the words innovation and creativity, and all organizations want to enjoy the byproducts that come with it, but few organizations actually work on it. It is because innovation and creativity are inherently risky endeavors. When the risks are calculated and properly managed, the fruits of innovation and creativity are so abundant. The City of Modesto has been recognized as one of the top cities in California and the United States for innovation. Our Information and Technology Department was honored with the award for excellence from more than, I got off here, sorry about that. From the Municipal Information Systems Association of California. Our IT department was also recognized as a 2022 Digital City Survey winner and is ranked as a top 10 city for the use of technology to strengthen cybersecurity, enhance transparency, and digital equity, and plan for the future by the Center for Digital Government. These are tremendous accomplishments and once again show how Modesto is leading the way. While these awards are great and we are proud of the work of our IT department, innovations need to produce for our residents. Ensuring all residents have access to the official functioning of their city is a top priority. So this summer, the City of Modesto became the first anywhere to utilize the language access technology Wordly. Wordly is a software program that provides real-time caption interpretation for meetings streamed over the Zoom platform. Residents attending meetings virtually and in person are now able to view council meetings in the language of their choosing. This was a risky endeavor to be the first to employ this technological advance, but our staff calculated the risks, put the program through months of testing and training, and produced an amazing product for our residents to engage with their city. I want to go back to some of the photos that you saw about our Camp to Home initiative. And they have been doing the real work of what the name implies, moving our unhoused residents from camps to permanent homes. I have to mention the Downtown Streets teams is making a real difference by giving our homeless residents the means and the ability to pull themselves up and out of homelessness. Streets team members are assisted in gathering vital documents such as identification cards, birth certificates, Social Security cards, and driver's licenses that can be the difference between finding work and housing. Streets team members, I'm sure some of you have seen them downtown, acquire work experience while assisting to keep Modesto streets clean and looking their best. They are offered job training, giving them skills that employers in Modesto are looking for. Some team members are promoted to crew leads and managers, providing valuable experience that many employers need. Team members can eventually qualify for direct job placement and eventually permanent housing. I could not leave our Downtown Streets members out. They are amazing. Stop by sometime and hear their stories. There is no secret that the city's finances have been constrained since the economic meltdown in 2008. Even with these budget difficulties, the city never stopped adhering to financial transparency and best practices. The city of Modesto has time and time again been awarded for our efforts, and this year was no different. The city was awarded the prestigious Triple Crown Award from the Government Finance Officers Association. To qualify for this award, the city must meet the high standards set by the association and be an award recipient in 3 separate categories. Winning the Triple Crown is the goal and the standard every year, and we will strive to win this award again this year and every year in the future. Unfortunately, there are not enough awards categories for all the work that our staff does in our community. Just because an award does not exist does not make the work any less award-worthy. First on the list of award-worthy efforts is that of the Forward Together work group. The City of Modesto recognizes that trust is the foundation of a strong relationship between law enforcement and the community. Both national and local events, some with tragic outcomes, speak to the need for connecting with our community on how we would like to be policed. The city believes that together we can build a strong, resilient public safety environment. With these guiding principles, the Forward Together work group was formed. The Forward Together work group was made up of a diverse group of volunteers representing their respective groups. This community-based process was intended to provide an opportunity for broader community involvement to improve police-community relations. We have a few of our Forward Together work group participants here this evening. Thank you so much for your efforts. Near the end of 2022, the recommendations of the Forward Together work group were presented to the City Council. And a council workshop was held regarding community oversight boards and independent police auditors, encouraging the council and community to provide input on these concepts. On December 13th, 2022, the Modesto City Council voted unanimously to approve the creation of the Community Police Review Board and to begin the process to hire an independent police auditor. I recognize that it took a long time for us to get here, but anything worth doing is worth doing right. These first steps will make the rest of our work in improving and strengthening community and police relations possible. We did not wait for Forward Together to complete their work on the issues we knew that we could tackle right away. With the enthusiastic support of our police department and police chief, we got to work on creating alternative police response models our community was asking for. Our Modesto Police Department officers are often sent out to calls involving domestic disputes, residents experiencing homelessness, or people suffering a mental health crisis. The mere presence of a uniformed officer with a gun and a badge can be enough to evoke fear and anxiety during these emotional and scary moments. Civilians and non-sworn professionals are often better equipped to deal with these situations and can lead to better outcomes for those involved. The Modesto Police Department's Community Health and Assistant Team, known as CHAT, is a program designed to use trained outreach specialists to respond to qualifying 911 calls for mental health crises and similar non-criminal, non-violent incidents. The early success of these outreach specialists has been promising. Their work is helping to build relationships with individuals to accept shelter and other services, as well as preventing unnecessary tragedies today and in the future. Recognizing that our city's beautiful parks are often a source and a location for the homeless, the mentally ill, and other illicit activity, the Modesto Police Department launched the much-anticipated Park Ranger program. Park Rangers are unarmed patrols that provide a sustained presence in our city parks, trails, and open spaces to reduce illegal and unwanted behavior. Park Rangers act as city ambassadors to the public and will work closely with community groups to identify issues, concerns, and trends in our city parks. They will also serve as a first point of contact for those experiencing homelessness in our parks. It is our hope that our park rangers will provide a level of safety and security and help to preserve city parks for Modesto families. I have such a deep and personal love for our city parks. My childhood summer days were spent at Grayseta Park, where all my neighborhood friends gathered. It was under a tree in that same park that my husband proposed to me. May 1976. This past year, we broke ground in a unique and much-needed recreational opportunity, the Awesome Spot Playground. The Awesome Spot Playground team is a community-driven organization that has brought together residents, businesses, and the city to design an all-inclusive playground at Byer Community Park. That word community keeps resurfacing over and over, and that is really who we are. The playground will feature sensory integrated playground equipment designed to eliminate social, physical, and cognitive barriers to play. The total estimate of the project is approximately $5.7 million. At this time, the Awesome Spot team has received donations and pledges totaling $2.3 million, including a City Council approved $500,000 contribution to purchase playground equipment and other materials. When Awesome Spot reaches its fundraising goals, we estimate the project to be complete by the end of this year. I am so incredibly proud of and grateful for the professional men and women of the Modesto Fire Department and their actions during the atmospheric river event that started at the end of December. Spearheaded by our city's own fire department, the Central Valley Incident Management Command Team was organized to properly manage the storm response and keep our communities safe. Collaborating with the Modesto Police Department, regional public safety agencies, CAL FIRE, and STAN OES, our first responders worked day and night, filling sandbags, monitoring the storm, and responding to calls for service. Our Public Works and Utilities Department were also on call around the clock, to deal with trees and flooding. Take note of this. Between December 30th and January 16th, our Public Works and Utilities departments responded to 1,382 calls for service for trees, flooding, and other storm-related issues. These unprecedented storms tested our city's capacity to respond to an emergency, and our brave men and women were more than equal to the task. Finally, I want to thank our residents for believing in us and trusting us when they voted to pass Measure H. There is never a good time to ask citizens to tax themselves, but none more challenging than this past year. Many residents are still recovering from the pandemic, and inflation is at record highs. Everyday essentials, such as gas and groceries, were digging bigger and bigger holes into people's pockets, purses, and wallets. Although we are very happy and gratified that Measure H passed overwhelmingly by the voters of Modesto, now is not the time to celebrate. Now the hard work begins to be good stewards of the resources being provided by our residents and make good on the promises we made in the Measure H campaign. We will improve our city's public safety resources with more patrol officers, traffic enforcement, and alternative police response assets. We will improve response times for our fire department and paramedic services because we know that in an emergency, every second counts. We will restore playgrounds and fix the bathrooms in our city parks so our residents feel safe and secure when enjoying our open spaces. We will trim more trees, fix more sidewalks, and repair more roads for our city's motorists and pedestrians. We will be better equipped to deal with the most vulnerable in our community and do a better job of managing and providing for our residents that are experiencing homelessness. That's what our residents have asked for, and as long as I am mayor, that's what I will be advocating for. I am often asked why I want to be mayor. This job does not pay very much. There are often early mornings and long nights. There are stressful meetings, difficult decisions, and sometimes scary moments. My council and I sacrifice time with our family and friends, and we do it voluntarily. We do it because we love our hometown. We know it is worth fighting for, and our hometown deserves nothing but the best. It may not be easy, but Modesto is up to the challenge. We have accomplished so much already, and we are not looking to stop now. When we, the city and community, work together in solidarity, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. It is because of our residents, council, community, and staff, I am confident in saying the state of our city is strong. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, I invite you to join us in celebrating our numerous successes with this brief video. Thank you for joining us, and have a great evening here in Modesto. Take care. Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening.